Hey everyone, welcome back to Lunch Break. We've got something very fun for you.
That's right. We're hosting a Halloween pet costume contest, and we want to see your pets in their best costumes.
The contest is open right now, and you have until Thursday, October 23rd, to get your entries in.
We'll pick 5 finalists and announce them on Friday, October 24th. Each finalist will win a special sticker pack designed by Marie, modeled after our doggy Garik.
Then the community gets to vote for the winner, with voting running from October 24th through October 27th.
The grand prize winner from there will be revealed on our October 28th episode, and they'll receive a custom painting of their pet done by Marie.
All the details, including how to submit, gonna be in the description down below.
We can't wait to see your awesome pets. Let's make this the cutest Halloween yet. And now, onto the episode.
Good luck.
Hello, I'm Jay,
Hello, I'm Marie.
and you are watching a spooky version of Lunch Break.
Yum. Yum.
I'll take it.
Spooky lunch break.
I hope you're ready for today's stories.
I'm not.
Well, too bad.
Oh.
We are reading stories from the subreddit, Short Scary Stories, and it's exactly how it sounds. Boo! Ah! So these are short stories that are under 500 words, but should leave quite the impact on you. My husband hasn't spoken to me in months, so I decided to surprise him at dinner. "Hi, honey," I said, bustling over the stovetop. "How was your day?" He ignored me. He threw down his briefcase and got a beer from the fridge, the same as always. "Is dinner ready yet?" I pointed to the timer ticking on the kitchen counter. The meatloaf needed another 20 minutes. "I think the correct phrase is, 'What's cooking good looking?'" I joked. "Look, I've had a long day," he sighed, draining his beer. "Just come get me when it's ready." "I will, honey," I said. "After dinner, I have a surprise for you." "Whatever." And with that, he retreated upstairs to play video games. Supper seemed to be all he cared about these days. So long as he was fed, he appeared to want nothing else to do with me. I tried to get him to talk to me. Something was clearly bothering him. He just wouldn't open up. But that was all right. Once dinner was ready, I hollered up the stairs that it was time to eat. The spread was immaculate. Roast cauliflower with lemongrass and shallot, jacket potatoes with garlic confit, and for the main course, a beautiful meatloaf, my own recipe, his favorite. I thought he might even notice. Instead, he simply began eating without even looking at his plate, his eyes glued to his phone. But that was all right. After 15 minutes of silence broken only by the sounds of chewing, I spoke up. "So how's the meatloaf?" I asked. "Good," he grunted. "Curious about your surprise?" I asked, smiling. "Want a hint?" "What do you want from me, Rose?" he scoffed, plating another ketchupy slice. "I didn't forget your birthday, did I?" His words stung, but I tried to not let it show. I'd been silently rehearsing what I was about to say for hours.
Ouch.
"Actually, I wanted to talk to you," I said, "about the baby." He stopped chewing for a moment, his jaw set. He always wanted to be a father, but 6 months ago, I'd miscarried at 20 weeks. The doctors told me we shouldn't try again. "I told you before that I didn't want to talk about it." "But I do," I said. "She was my baby too." "If you can't give me a child," he said, popping the last of his meatloaf in his mouth, "then we have nothing more to talk about." Ow! He bent down on something so hard he nearly cracked a tooth. As he gingerly pulled the thing from between his lips, he shuddered, unable to comprehend what he was seeing. "Is that?" he asked softly. I nodded. "There's leftovers in the freezer if you're still hungry." A belly button ring, the kind his mistress wore. He clutched his mouth in horror, staring at me with more passion than he had in months. "Is this it, you crazy bitch?" he cried. "Is this the surprise?" "Of course not," I replied, pleased that I finally had his attention. She was pregnant.
I mean, if you cook this lady, just like take off the rings. You know what I mean? It's like you can actually like destroy your stove or destroy your oven with that. Just be careful. You don't know what stone's in it. And you also eat it. What if it comes in your spot, like in your piece of the food? Like just be careful with that. And also like good job with like, it was probably tasty.
And she killed the pregnant lady.
Yeah, the babies are tastier. They just, how do you call it? Melted in the mouth. Of course, I'm joking, but it's actually a good story. I like it. I like that kind of stories. They're just like, Do you like belly buttons? Boom, you just have a ring, put it in your...
Okay, ready for the next one?
Yeah, I like it. I love it.
My abusive ex-husband is missing. Did this last lady cook him? Detective Goldman slides a manila folder across the table. Your ex-husband went missing 3 days ago. He pauses. You don't seem too beat up about that. I wanted to say, yeah, why would I be? Mark married me when I was 18. He was 29. I was trying to get out of a bad situation at home. I thought I was escaping, but I just found myself in another hell. Lawyer, I say. I haven't asked you any questions yet. Save the lawyer shit for then. It's not lost on me that Detective Goldman here is my ex-husband's cousin. Okay, I think it's kind of weird that they're going after the ex-wife for this crime.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not weird. If the cop is the ex-husband's cousin, I guess he would suspect her. The family's really beat up. You know what they all said? They said you must have done it. No surprise there. 7 years of abuse later, I finally got the courage to divorce him. It got ugly. 1 second, Mark would be on his knees begging me to stay. Next, he'd be trying to put my head through the drywall. Lawyer. In the months before he went missing, his family said he grew paranoid, kept saying an animal was hunting him, a beast. Hunting. He stocked up on strange ammo. Pretty obvious to everyone that you're the animal. I wish I was that animal. Lawyer. I know he's dead, Detective Goldman said. We're gonna charge you with murder, and I'm gonna make sure you get the needle. Casey, my lawyer, burst through the door. She has a lot of curt words for Detective Goldman. She lets him ask me one question. Where were you 3 nights ago? Out of town, at a conference. Lots of witnesses. Perfect alibi. Do you think she killed him?
No, I think wild animal hunting him. Like rabbit or mice.
Okay.
They're kind of wild. They can eat you. He deserved it.
Outside, Casey drives us away from the station. Once we're sure we're not being followed, she pulls over just to kiss me and ask if I'm okay. Casey and I are dating. She was my divorce lawyer. It was one of those things that was supposed to be unethical, but it doesn't feel that way. She was there for me in the worst time of my life. She helped me finally be who I've always been. I'm scared, I tell her. Why? He said they were going to charge me with murder. You won't get charged with murder, I can promise you that. Besides, your alibi, remember? I was out of town, just like Casey told me to be. In her house, I open a bottle of Pinot. I'll need a glass or 3. We go down into her basement where Mark is chained by his ankle. We had to wait 3 days for this, for the full moon. Mark is weak, but has enough strength to threaten to kill us. The same threats I've heard so many times. When Casey transforms, it's violent, both disgusting and captivating. Mark is too afraid to scream as Casey goes for his throat. Now I know why Casey assured me I won't be charged with murder. For a murder charge, there needs to be a body. My werewolf girlfriend is devouring him, bones and all. So, what do you think about this, Marie?
I think this person watched too much Twilight.
Team Jacob?
Team Jacob.
Drop a comment if you're Team Jacob.
The like if you Team Edward. Too many questions. It's kind of a ritual. Does Casey's erotically became a wolf and their clothes just like ripped on the chest and there's like a hairy nipple? Sorry. It's just ridiculous.
Anyway, let's read one more and we'll figure out which one is your favorite.
Okay.
My husband has discovered something awful.
Hemorrhoid.
That's awful.
That's, yeah, and if you discover it, go to the doctor.
My husband woke me up from a nap with a gentle shake. I said, suppressing a yawn. What was that? I need to show you something, Brad said, his voice trembling. Now? It can't wait. Brad helped me off the couch and led me upstairs to the guest bedroom. Inside, a collection of weapons were strewn about the bed. A butcher knife, an aluminum bat from Brad's short stint playing rec ball, a handheld crossbow, and most notably, a plate of snickerdoodles. What the hell is going on? I gestured to the tiny arsenal. I have to show you. You won't believe me otherwise. Brad walked across the room and opened the curtains. It was a beautiful day, but too hot for October. Our neighbors across the street were outside. Mrs. Snyder was watering her flowers even though they'd all be dead in a month. Mr. Snyder was sitting on the porch drinking a tall glass of pink lemonade. Stay right here until I get back. Brad grabbed the knife and left. A few moments later, he was walking briskly across the street to the Snyders. Mrs. Snyder stopped watering her flowers to wave. Brad pulled out the knife and slashed her throat so ferociously it looked like her head was about to come off. "Oh God," I uttered. Mr. Snyder ran to defend his wife, but Brad stabbed him 6 times in the blink of an eye and was already halfway home by the time Mr. Snyder hit the ground. I couldn't believe how gruesome it was.
Nice.
Brad burst back into the guest bedroom covered in blood. 46, 47. "Brad," I whimpered, "why did you do that?" Brad pushed me away from the window and shut the curtains. 52, he muttered. 53. "Talk to me," I cried. 57, Brad said, and flung the curtains open. Outside, Mrs. Snyder was watering her flowers. Mr. Snyder was drinking his lemonade. All the blood had vanished. Even the knife was back on the bed.
A loop.
"There's something wrong here," Brad said, more to himself than me. "It doesn't matter how they die. After 57 seconds, they come back. They don't remember dying." I realized what Brad was saying. "You've killed them more than once?" I asked. I had to figure out what's going on." "Brad," I interrupted him, "have you killed me?" "What? No, I would never."
I'm curious how he's just figured it out. Like, oh, I need to go and kill my neighbors to see. Like, where does this come from?
"Thank God," I said, then grabbed the crossbow and shot Brad in the Adam's apple. He looked at me with terror in his eyes, then died, and I started counting. 7, 8. I quickly dragged Brad downstairs to the couch. 33, 34. When he reset, I wanted him to think he woke up from a nap. 49. I can't have Brad learning the rules of this place. 57. It's too dangerous. "Honey," Brad said, opening his eyes, "I had a horrible dream, but for the life of me, I can't remember what happened. I'm sure it was nothing." I smiled.
They dead.
"Do you think they're dead and they're in like hell or something?"
Or they're in computer game.
"Whoa, what other strange rules are there?" "Don't leave dirty dishes in the sink. You don't want to know what happens if you break that one. Trust me."
Yeah, I'll come and I'll make you do the dishes. That's a scary story.
So what do you think of that one, Marie?
I like it. But I can figure it out like, oh, okay, I wake up, there is a neighbors, blah, blah, blah. I go talk to the neighbors. What moment he just like, oh, I need to kill them?
I don't know. But something makes me think that he killed the wife.
What's with the snickerdoodles?
I don't know. A lot of details missed out, but these had to be 500 words or less. Maybe there's another paragraph about that. OP, if you're watching, let us know. What do the snickerdoodles represent?
Yeah.
If you know in the comments, let us know.
If she knows the rules and he don't, she was there before, how she knows the rules?
I don't know, maybe those Snyders keep getting it every day. Poor Snyders.
Maybe, yeah, they just like, can you imagine you just watering your plants and drink your lemonade, there is just your neighbor comes to you, kill you, and you just like, oh, my lemonade.
Did you have a favorite?
I think they all kind of interesting. They all enough spooky and enough confusing. I wish they can be a short films. OPs, good job.
If you're creative yourself and you want to write a short, scary story for us to read and talk about here on the channel, make sure you drop it on our subreddit, r/lunchbreak_GSP. And Marie, if they haven't already, what should they do?
Let me think. Do you ever try good videos, subscribe on this channel and left a comment? No? Do. It's really cool. Just trust me. It's just amazing. It's make you feel so spooky.
Yes, and be on the lookout for more episodes like this. Spooky, creepy fun leading up to Halloween. And we look forward to catching you on the next episode.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.